What up, y'all? My name is gloriousnonkazimulo and welcome to Intentional Living. Go grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and enjoy the vibes. Relax. So today I woke up and I had told myself yesterday that I'm going to record a video, and I woke up, I felt so unmotivated. I don't know why. I just felt so down, and I just had to pick myself up, you know, throughout the day to actually finally record. I think one thing that has stood out in my life is the topic around mental health. I think in the beginning of this year, 2022, when a lot of iconic people who are in the public eye committed suicide. I think one of the biggest ones was the passing of Rick. It really shone upon the fact that many black families, many people still don't understand or fully understand the struggle of mental illness. And like, I would hear conversations around his death from my aunts, my parents, and just a lot of people just saying, but he had money, or like the money, or whatever, you know. I think as a people, we've come to this place or to this conclusion to say that when you have money, you don't have problems, so you should be happy. And you know, I'm one of the people who believe that money makes you happy, but I don't believe that money makes you stay happy, or like money brings you true joy. So money doesn't really choose Uti. Oh, because you have money. Oh, sorry. Mental health doesn't choose whether or not you have money. And I think that's one of the biggest things that has been highlighted to all people. I mean, I feel like we've always known that with the saying, money doesn't bring you happiness. Yeah, man. I just like saw the need to maybe like do this video as just to open a conversation in the comment section. You know, like, you guys are allowed to talk to me and say, okay, I don't think you're quite correct about that, or I disagree, or I agree. I was just checking if it's recording. But like, I wanted to open this platform or a conversation around the topic of mental health. I wrote like down a few points just so that I don't forget a few things. I do think that like there's a big misconception around mental health in the black community. Obviously over the years it's become better because as a society we're growing, there's social media, there's more knowledge about it, you know what I mean? But obviously I think the passing of Rick just highlighted how much we still don't fully understand mental health, you know. I do think mental health is something that we won't like fully understand it, because mental health is something that evolves, because as humans we evolve, you know. Mental has to do with your mind, or like your thinking, you know, like the way you are mentally, and that always changes, and therefore like our mental health, like the knowledge of mental health is forever gonna change, you get what I mean? And like, that's why you're gonna hear different things from different people. And I think for me, I started fully understanding mental health post high school. I remember like there would be people in school who used to like voice out their mental health problems, like talk about how they cut themselves and stuff like that. Like, I never fully understood it. I'm not gonna lie. I never fully understood it. I was just like, why Indaba? Like, you know, like, it was just very, very and you know how we are, like in high school, like a lot of things we joke about them when we don't understand them. And I think mental health was one of those things, especially in the Black community. Like we never used to really talk about it like in depth, you know, like as I'm talking about like as Black kids. And even was mental health really taught in LO? I feel like if it was really taught, then I would know of it, or I would know what I know now about it, you know. But so it wasn't really like, hello, come on. So I think it's very important for those things to be taught in high school, so that you have an understanding of what it is. Because then after high school, I realized that I had been going through mental health issues. It's just that I didn't know that, oh, I'm currently going through a mental health breakdown or this or that. Like let's say you're stressing about a subject or something, and then it just affects how you go through life. Like it just affects your mood, it affects how you talk to other people, or it just affects you emotionally, you know. Like you just don't know what that means, or like what you're actually going through. It could be depression, it could be what, like you're just going through it, you just don't know what it is, you know. Like that miseducation, you know. Like those are things I realized, like looking back of what I know now. It's like almost everyone in high school went through like mental health issues, and it's just we didn't know that it was that. I'm not gonna speak for everyone. I'm saying I didn't know it was that. I think especially in the Black community, when I say the word mental health, or when I speak of mental health issues, people think someone that is crazy, or someone that, you know, has slangan, you know. Like that's when like mainly what people think. Or maybe you're facing demons, or maybe you're not praying enough. I think that's another one. Like I saw a TikTok the other day. It was like telling your African parents that you're going through mental health, or that you're depressed, and then they say pray about it. And it's like what? And not to say that prayer doesn't work in that aspect, but like they also, like it's also like a misunderstanding of what mental health is, you know. It's like, oh, you're feeling sad, just pray about it, or this you just pray about it, you know. Like I feel like there needs to be like an understanding of what you're going through. Like, let's say I fell from, I don't know, the second floor down pants, you know, and I'm like, hey, I fell. And then you're not gonna say pray about it, you're gonna like try something to make sure that I get to the hospital, you know. Same thing with mental health. It's like when someone comes to you and they say I'm depressed, and you say pray, it's kind of like the same thing, you know. Like they're not depressed because they're not praying. It might be somebody who has been praying and they're still in that depressive mode, and I feel like it requires them to understand what they're going through in order for them to come out of it, you know. Also, mental health issues aren't experienced by white people only. Mental health issues are experienced by everyone, you know. A friend of mine, Lolita, she has a podcast called Vibing with Khadija, right? And one of her first episodes, she speaks about mental health. And she speaks about mental health, and she explains it so well. Like her interpretation of what mental health is that it is, okay, so she broke down the words, and she was like mental, which is like your mental state, and health, which is your well-being. So it's like the well-being of your mental state. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? She explains it better, you know. Go listen to the podcast. It's a really nice podcast. But like, just the term mental health doesn't mean depression or mental health issues, you know. That means everyone, you, me, her, them, we all going through mental health. We all have a mental health, we all have a mental health. But like, whether or not your mental health is healthy or not, that's when mental health issues come in, you know. Like that's when we talk about, okay, you in a depressive state, or yada yada yada, you know, you get diagnosed. And yeah, like I think that's the best way to explain it, because it's like your physical health. When I say you have a physical health, you don't automatically think that you are sick or you have a broken arm or broken leg. You think, oh, okay, yeah, I have a physical health. Whether or not it's healthy, that's like we venturing into a different topic, or we're going deeper into the topic of the health, whatever health that we're discussing. So that's basically what mental health is. And I feel like a lot of people, we haven't really like come to understand it. So identifying it is very important. Identifying in ourselves and in other people. Also taking into consideration that all people go through it. So even the older parents, our older parents, our parents, they go through it. They go through mental health. And mental health in general is not a youth thing. It's not something experienced by people my age, you know. Well, like my audience is mainly people my age, so I'm talking to you guys right now. But like, it's not something that is faced by young adults or like the youth only. It's something that's faced by all people, from children, youth, and adults, you know. Like mental health is something that's faced by everyone, and I feel like that's also like one thing that we don't really understand, because then people will, like especially older people, they will talk about mental health as, hey, but depression, and speaking about kids, whereas like this is something that everyone faces. I mean, this is how alcoholics are born, like not are born, but like this is how alcoholics, this is how people become alcoholics. English. Okay, this is how people become alcoholics. This is how people like try to distract themselves through other things, through abuse, you know, through a lot, you know. Like people go through a lot out there, and we don't know what they are, but how they, let me look for the word. I don't have a word right now, but like we don't know how they take that out on other people. Yes, we don't know what they but something, I don't know. We don't know what their survival tactic is from their mental health issues, especially if they don't understand that they're going through mental health issues. Then they will do things that are like out of order and stuff, you know. So that's also another thing. So yeah, I'm just opening this conversation about mental health. I'm just opening it up. I feel like I will like touch on it as time goes. There's a lot to discuss when it comes to mental health, and there's a lot that needs to be learned and unlearned about it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. If you have anything to add on or subtract or correct or whatever, like just let's have a conversation in the comment section, you know. Like let's talk about this, talk about, okay, hey, I had that experience one time where my mom thought mental health was this, or like I remember the whole Rick thing, and many of my friends came to me like, yeah, like I was having this conversation with my parents, and my parents like, they genuinely don't understand this, and I'm like, I know, me too. Like I think it really showed us how much learning still needs to be done from the youth, by the youth, and even by like our parents. Mainly because like also we need to consider, look, I'm going on now and I was about to close the video. We need to consider the fact that like back then, like mental health wasn't really a topic. I guess there were like other battles to fight, like racism and stuff like that. But also racism is a big factor as to why black people aren't educated about mental health. Because remember, like white people used to treat black people like animals, as if they don't have emotions, as if they you know, and like those things like are inherently, they get inherited by the black community. So it's like, now, no, the biggest battle to fight right now is this. And I don't know if you guys have watched Grand Army. I think it explains it better, you know. Like there's this, the girl, I forgot Grand Army characters. Let me search it. Grand Army. So in Grand Army, right, Audley Jean, I feel like I hope that I pronounced that correctly. So basically her character wanted to be a social worker or a psychologist, and she really wanted, like, she saw it like it was very important for us to have black social workers and black psychologists in the industry, because like it's way better to have black people who understand you, you know, like people who come from where you come from, people who understand your pain, you know, like just like, yeah, you know, I think, yeah, like that show, guys, is so powerful. It also like tackles other topics, but yeah, man, overall, yeah, let's just have a conversation about this, and yeah, get ready for more videos. More videos are coming. I've been trying to stay consistent, my best. I've been doing my best, okay? Share this with your friends, your friends' dog, your friends, everyone. Not only your friends, your mom, your dad, everybody, okay? Make sure everybody subscribes, okay? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please do comment. Like, let's actually have a conversation about this, you know what I mean? And from me to you, Gini Tanda Nonke. Bye. 45 finna.
Yeah. If I was a landscape, I'd probably be a swamp. You niggas think you made it when you brag about your swag. I'm chasing on my future, but I'm followed by my past. Hoping that my dreams come true and never end. I'm about to get nasty, blasty, and take care of this nightmare. Cause I was starting to think why I'm on this planet.